Hey guys, so have you ever ran into a point where you didn't know what to say when meeting new people? Lonnie and I found some interesting conversation and fun, thought-provoking questions.
Break the ice a little bit.
Yes!
All right. And welcome to our channel. If you have not been here before, I am Lonnie, the parental unit.
And I'm Kat, the offspring. And
welcome to our YouTube channel. Now, number one.
Let's do thought-provoking questions. Fun times ahead.
What would you name your boat if you had one?
Violet.
Oh, yeah.
I would name it after my late daughter. Violet.
Yeah, so ours are going to be kind of similar. Cassie would be the name of my boat after my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my mother 3 years
That's a
ago.
good one. What's the closest thing to real magic? In your mind, what's the closest thing to real magic?
God. Kat and I differ in that aspect, but I believe that faith and God are the closest thing to real magic.
Love. The deep connection that you have to, like, children, for instance. You have a child, you instantly adore the child more than anyone else in the entire world. That, to me, is the closest thing you can get to magic.
That's true. And what I have with you.
Aww. Moving
Okay.
on.
Who is the messiest person you know?
Rocky.
My husband.
Okay, so these are two different people, y'all.
Yeah.
So Rocky is my husband's best friend and is a roommate, and he is probably one of the messiest people I know. But it's not messy like he leaves trash all over the place.
Right.
It's messy like he enjoys controlled chaos.
Yeah, David is a
the way to
hoarder.
put it.
He likes knickknacks everywhere.
And all different kinds of clothes everywhere.
And yeah.
Some
Okay.
wrappers from some food from last week.
And those things.
Everywhere.
Okay.
What will finally break the internet?
I don't think anything will. I think it's here to stay.
You know, I agree with you. I think that it's just going to continue evolving rather than breaking.
And let's hope so, because the internet is our livelihood.
This is like where we make our money, so we really need it to stay. But if for whatever reason something were to break it, I think it would be like damage control. Like that person that did the stuff with the cat and stuff on YouTube.
I cheated and looked at the next question.
What does it say?
What is the most useless talent you have?
We represent the lollipop guild, and we welcome you to Munchkin Land.
That would be yours, and mine will go unmentioned.
What?
That's the first thing I thought of.
I'll cut it out. I don't care what. Ew!
I'm sorry.
It's a useful talent for your husband.
Well, I mean, just for my husband.
If you all heard what she said, you would understand why I'm gagging at the throat right now. Anyways, moving on.
Oh, here we go. What would be on the gag reel of your life? That
would be the gag reel of her life. My first marriage.
Me breaking my leg at the skating rink.
Yes! In two places, football style, y'all. You couldn't get it better.
Tibia and fibula both broken, and I did not fall. I broke standing up. My body moved, but the skate didn't, and went. Yeah.
Where is the worst smelling place you have been? You're gonna hate me for my answer.
The Brown County Fair.
One of your previous homes after you moved out.
Wow.
Oh my God, it was awful. There were apple cores and stuff all over the place.
I'm telling you.
It was like a trap house from hell.
The Brown County Fair animal.
Oh my God.
Place.
Ew, okay, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
But, okay.
It's bad. Where they have all the cows and the calves and the chickens and goats. And,
what celebrity would you rate as a perfect type?
Dwayne Johnson.
Ryan Reynolds.
Dwayne Johnson.
He's a sweetie.
Okay.
Now, if it was a female, wait. Jessica Alba.
Really?
That girl is beautiful.
Scarlett Johansson.
I like her. I do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the heart-shaped face. I'm just not. Anyways, it's fine. We can appreciate both sexes equally. Thank you.
What is a body part you wouldn't mind losing?
A body part I wouldn't mind losing.
Stomach.
Okay, that would be your whole stomach, though. I feel like you would need that to survive.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind losing my hearing.
A couple toes you wouldn't be able to tell if you wore a shoe.
I mean, I learned a little bit of sign language when Samuel was young because we thought he was going to be able to hear.
Well, both of us know the alphabet to ASL and, try our best because I have a couple of friends from high school who are hearing impaired. Michelle.
Yeah.
So I do know some sign language.
So my ears probably be the best to go. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay.
Oh gosh, what is the dumbest way you've been injured? Roller skating.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And you?
Today, when I whacked myself in the chin getting your old man a cigarette.
Oh gosh.
Literally bashed my face with the door.
Nice.
Yep, that happened. It's fine. It's all I did was open the door. All I did was open the door.
Okay.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes,
oh,
it
I'm
is.
sorry. Which fictional character would be the most boring to meet in real life? Dopey? Or Sleepy? Sorry, Sleepy from...
Oh, I want to meet the Seven Dwarfs.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Sleepy would be...
Boring.
Boring.
Snake.
Turn to page 394.
No!
Yes.
No!
From
I
Harry
would
Potter.
love to- You listen, I don't care who it is from Harry Potter. I would
He
meet
just
them
seems
all.
boring to me. I
Bellatrix
don't know.
Strange. I would meet her. I would meet Voldemort. Don't care.
Okay,
Don't care.
supposedly I'm supposed to be that strange person. That's and my
Bellatrix
husband's supposed to be Dobby.
Yes, the little fictional dog. So funny. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay.
What is the best and worst purchases you have ever made?
So the best purchase I've ever made, right? So it can't be something that's purchased for me.
Right, it has to be the worst and best that you've ever made.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hold on. We're gonna have to cut part of this out.
My best purchase would have been my home. I owned a home in Michigan, and when my children were small, and I believe that's the best purchase I have ever made.
Ooh, piggyback off that. The worst purchases I ever made. I bought for $500 all this trailer with no plumbing, no electricity.
Yeah.
Like there were holes in the floor. It was probably the worst. I gave it back to him. I didn't even charge it. I gave it back.
Speaking of the worst smelling place you've ever been in your life.
So,
Okay.
But the best purchase I ever made would probably be my husband wedding ring.
Oh. Well, the worst purchase I've ever made, since my best was my home.
The investment that I gave. That man is phenomenal.
Would have been probably one of my many less than $1,000 cars.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I think probably, because when we ended up taking it to the shop, it was going
I
to
would
cost
think
more
it
to
would
fix
be
it
that-
than it cost me to buy it.
I would think it would be that big, huge pink, black and white circle spotted shirt you used to love, and like it was the ugliest.
It was
thing,
black
guys.
and white, y'all. She's so wrong. It was a cardigan and it was white,
No,
and it had black spots on it. They
No.
called it my cow shirt.
Listen, this is the shirt. It had like a necked line here. It had no shoulders, okay? And it was a tank, and it was pink and black, and had these big, huge pink circles on it. And Josh hated it. Remember?
I
It was
remember
the
that.
ugliest shirt she ever owned, and she wore it all the time.
I loved it.
Like it was the most fabulous thing in the world. That
I loved it. I love gaudy prints though.
if you had to
But
change,
Sorry.
really.
I was going to say, but I did have that cardigan. It was white and it had black splotches on it, and my husband and my daughter called it my cow shirt and threw it away behind my back.
Because it looked like a... Never mind. If you had to change your name, what would your new name be, and why would you choose that name? So if you had to change your name, not if you want to.
I had to change my name.
I would change my name to Violet.
Well,
I would change my name to my daughter's name.
And I would
in lieu of
change my name to Cassie in honor of my mother. I mean, I know that's terrible because we both have the same boat names, but I mean, I was very close to my mother, and I miss her very much. What are some things that sound like compliments but are actually insults?
Bless your heart.
You've got such a pretty face.
That's country insults right there.
Yo, you've got such a pretty face is Southern for you've gained some weight.
Bless your heart is Southern for F you.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
What's
What
your-
is your... It is my turn, woman. You
It should be your turn on this
What's your
one.
biggest screw up in the kitchen? Everything. Everything.
She has actually literally burned water.
Yes,
Yeah,
and had
that
to throw
happened.
away a pot.
Yes, that happened.
Shh.
Sorry.
How about yours? Oh, the salt in Dad's cake. Is that
Well,
it?
yeah, that, and one night we came home from the bar and we were hungry, and I put a frozen pizza in the oven and forgot till the next morning, and it was a big black frisbee. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That was pretty bad.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Oh my gosh. What's the worst commercial you've recently seen and why was it so bad? No, I do it every night. Me and my wife do it every night.
I have no idea what you're talking
It's
about.
washing your dishes is what the commercial's about, but it has like this elderly couple sitting and goes, we do it every night, especially after meatloaf. Like, it's so
The
gross.
worst one I've ever seen was a
gross.
Super Bowl commercial a few years ago. This couple had this big white fluffy cat, and he was making spaghetti. And the cat runs into the kitchen, and he spills the spaghetti sauce on the floor, so he picks the cat up by the tail after running it through the spaghetti sauce. So it's dripping spaghetti sauce, and he's got a knife in the other hand, and his wife walks in. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's awful.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was a Super Bowl commercial for some spaghetti sauce or something years ago, but I thought it was horrible.
What is the craziest thing one of your teachers has ever done? Mr. Arn. Mr. Arn's math class, my 6th grade year, he picked a child up. His name was Eric Smith. I'll never forget this. And hung him in the classroom up on the wall.
Okay. Okay, that's way
Worst
different than
thing
mine.
that's ever been done.
My 5th grade teacher, I remember that we used to do the Pledge of Allegiance, but then we had to pray after that. It was mandatory. And I remember not being old enough to know what that meant or what that was about or anything like that, and it was an everyday thing. I don't think that they should take prayer out of school, but it should be a decision. It shouldn't be a mandatory thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just
Moving
weird.
on.
When did you screw everything up, but no one ever found out it was you? Well, I'm not going to tell anybody that, because then they'll find out.
In our choir concert one time I was supposed to have a solo and I didn't sing at all, and it just the background went through and the solo never got sang or whatever, and nobody ever knew except for like our choir did and the teacher did or what have you, but the people that were like watching the choir never thought nonetheless of it.
Okay. All right.
That's a small one, right? That's a good one.
What
Okay.
problem or situation did TV or movies make you think would be common, but when you grew up, you realized that it wasn't?
That children are always taken from their parents in bad situations.
Why? Because I watched a lot of Law and Order SVU.
Yeah, well, we watched a lot of Lifetime movies and we watched a lot of Law and Order, and I assumed that if you had, if you were a bad parent or if you didn't take care of your house or if you didn't take care of things, that every parent would be evaluated in such a way that their children would be taken. That's not the case. There is a lot of people out there in the world that still have their children today that should not. And there are people out in the world today that have lost their children that shouldn't have. And I mean, that's a very, very sore subject for me. But
Teleporting would
Sure.
be mine. I mean, we watched Star Trek and stuff, and
See?
people could teleport to. I mean, I didn't know that wasn't a real thing for a long time.
I mean, if I could do the reverse of that, I thought when I was a kid that drugs were only a thing you found on television until I was like 21, y'all. I didn't know that it was like a real thing. Like some people like
Not
talked about
marijuana,
it or
but
whatever.
hard stuff.
Oh yeah, I had never seen anybody like snort pills or anything like that, so I didn't even know that was like a thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was very sheltered. It's fine.
I did that on purpose.
I was
Yeah.
very, very sheltered. Okay.
What quote or saying do people spout, but it's complete BS?
What quote or saying do people?
Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Of course it is. But it
Age ain't
means
nothing but a number.
Hey, that's true though. That's true.
It is as long as the person is of age.
Well, absolutely. What do you think? I was Coleman Elementary Schools?
There are people trying, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Listen.
Pedophilia is a bad thing,
They're
but
trying to make it a sexual
yeah.
orientation. Did you know that? That's
Oh,
a
God, I
conversation
wanna
for a whole
know.
other
Yeah.
day. What's something your brain tries to make you do and you have to will yourself not to do it? Say what
what?
I think.
What is something your brain tries to make you do, and you have to will yourself not
So,
to
you
do
know
it?
how I have no tact?
Right.
And like my brain always tells me, you should
To
say
spout
this,
off,
like
right.
to start saying it, and I have to try and will myself not to do that, as to not harm somebody else with my thought, even though it's in my nature to just say what I think. Well, that's what it is.
I have to. I don't know what I have to will myself not to do.
Drugs.
Well, I mean that's.
Oh my gosh, like
brain
that's
doesn't
the
try to
super-
make my brain doesn't try to make me do those anymore. That's a good thing, but
I'm just
it used
saying,
to.
like-
Yes. I mean, if you don't know, I am a recovering heroin addict, and I am very proud of that fact. But I'm also proud of the fact that my brain does not try to will me to do drugs anymore, and the fact that it didn't even come to my mind is kind of a
That's
kind of
good.
proof of that.
That's cool. All right.
If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what would you ask? Wow.
How to improve and get YouTube famous? I'm serious. Like, I would love to just ask that question. Like, how do I get our channel to become a big sensation, I guess is the way to put it.
Mine's a little deeper, I think. Can my mother really see me? Can she really see what's going on in my life now?
Cry.
Yeah, I was just talking about being proud, and the only thing that keeps me going is knowing that she can see me doing this. So that would be the question I would ask. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry about that.
What's the most interesting thing you've read or seen this week?
Oh, the stuff about Johnny Depp.
Oh, yeah. I actually saw a woman had made a picture of him, and over the face, it had a piece of tape, and it said, "Always believe the woman" on it, and it had bumps and bruises all over Johnny Depp. It was a drawing she had made when he first got beaten by his girlfriend or what have you. And it's now going viral. So a year later, it's going viral.
I mean, for any man, I think it would be embarrassing to have to admit that you've been beaten up by a woman, but to be in the public spotlight like that would be a big step to take to put that out in front of people.
I fully believe women and men both alike can have,
abusive qualities.
Right. Yeah. So it's not like you shouldn't have the pleasurable, I can't say pleasurable thought, but the most normal thought that the man is always the one to harm the woman, because that's not the case. I mean, we've known people in our lifetimes that have been the aggressor to their husband, and their husband never says a word, because it's the stigma that men are supposed to be stronger than women, when in all cases, some men, like my husband included, if I hit my husband in the face, he would not hit me back.
I could like pee on my husband's head, and
right.
It just
I mean, they would leave us, but they wouldn't harm us. And there's some people who truly believe that you should not hit a woman. So I was
in an abusive relationship, and it's very freeing and happy place to be in a place where we know that we're never in danger of someone who loves us hurting us physically.
I got hit in the face with a game console one time, and he tried to shove me out a 2-story window.
Yeah, I got my head shoved in an oven.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, guys. Yeah. Listen, we powered through that. We're done. That is a long time gone.
That's our past, and something that we've learned to get through and has made it stronger for it.
Yep.
What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing? Okay, this is the cute one. I told you when I was little, my birthday's the 6th of December. And I used to think that everyone decorated their houses with lights and stuff for my birthday. And my mom just didn't tell me and let me keep on believing it until I found out for sure it wasn't true.
When I was a kid, I was not popular at all. I only had like 3 or 4 friends. It's a little sentimental, and I don't get very sentimental, y'all. She's the sentimental one. I'm the this is what it is in your face. But
she's the realistic one.
When I was in high school, I got treated poorly, and I was told all the time that no one would ever like me, no one would ever enjoy being around me, and that this is why I was such a pariah. For a long time, I believed that, so much so that my mother would like take me out of school and take me shopping, and I would come home crying almost every day. It was bad, guys.
I did the best I could to let her believe what she is now, which is a wonderful and accomplished woman, and a fascinating and fabulous mother. I love watching her be a mom. It's great.
Yeah. Love parenting. It's super epic. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, we're on the last question.
Yes. Okay.
If you were given a 1-minute ad slot during the Super Bowl that you couldn't sell, what would you fill it with?
If you had a 1-minute ad slot for the Super Bowl that you couldn't sell and you had to do it, I would promote our channel.
Yeah, absolutely. We would promote our channel. But if we didn't have a channel, I think this means if you went on there and sang a song or told a joke, or how would you fill the time?
I would remind people.
She sings amazingly well, by the way.
I don't know all about that. You do. Okay. I probably would have that 1 minute segment to remind people to be courteous to each other during the Super Bowl. There is a lot of like.
That's a good one.
One woman got trampled when they were going into the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? It was years ago, but she had gotten trampled because they were all hoarding in to go to the
Right.
Super Bowl. So I would put in that 1 minute segment to remind people to be kind and courteous and understanding of other individuals around them.
I'm gonna probably steal yours. I would just put charities like St. Jude.
Oh yeah.
Or muscular dystrophy, or the Parkinson's Association. My mother died of Parkinson's. You know, things like that.
ADHD.
Yeah,
Or Samuel.
to remind people that there are people less fortunate than them that have medical ailments, and we do need treatment research and things like that.
That's all.
The end.
That's it. Guys, that's all of the 25.
I've had so much fun today.
Yay, it's been a good one. I really like these.
I like
love
these.
these interactive questions. Guys, don't forget to leave a comment. Let us know. Do you like these more interactive questions, or did you like the things like this or that we did previously?
Or do you like the ones that have a set answer?
Oh, yeah, like the A, B, C, or D
Right.
options. I really like these open-ended,
I
though,
do,
because
too.
it gives our insight, and we can get insight from our viewers as well.
And don't forget to hit that subscription button. Don't forget to hit the subscription button, that post notification bell. And we do have a Patreon now, so if you feel like supporting us and go over to Patreon and become one of our supporters, you'll see never before seen content that you cannot find on this channel, and it's exclusive only to our Patreon subscribers.
If you guys enjoyed this conversation here with us today, don't forget to check out our fun questions that you can ask anyone. It'll be showing at the back here. Just click on that and go to our next video and see some more information that we've put out. Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.